the Sky, they went and they got Kamilla Cardoso,
Mm-hmm.
and I personally am really excited about this pick. I love her on many levels. I think she is going to be a great player for the Sky. It was really interesting before the game. Coach Staley was on the broadcast, and she said that Camilla really needs a coach that is going to inspire her and really get the best out of her. And she got
Mm-hmm.
it. She got it with Teaspoon. So I'm really excited to see what they do. I mean, the Sky pretty much, and this is not a knock on the Sky, but they pretty much need every single thing they can get.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they definitely have an amazing presence with her. And I think it was a good pick.
No, I agree completely. I'm actually surprised. I'm surprised that I'm not surprised because I feel like if she was still on the board, there was a good chance she wasn't going to fall to LA. But I know LA could have utilized her greatly, and having her and Cameron Brink would have been huge just because Cardozo's so big on the boards. I mean, we watched her in throughout the entire tournament, just an absolute monster when it comes to the rebounds, but also those second chance opportunities that she provides because of those rebounds are huge. So Chicago got an amazing, amazing player within her for those very reasons. And I know LA is kicking themselves that they couldn't go ahead and draft twice back to back because she would have been amazing in LA. But she's going to do wonders in Chicago. To your point, they need so much, and there's so much she provides, not only from a defensive side, but also offensively, that like I can see them building and her being a focal point, one of the focal points to this team. So Chicago got a good one for sure. This next one though, you wanna tee up this next one because this was obviously the trade happened. It was Minnesota. It ended up being Chicago, and the Bayou Barbie is headed to Chi-Town. I wasn't surprised by this. I actually think Chicago's a much better fit than Minnesota was going to be for her. My biggest reason why is not necessarily about Angel's play or her playing style currently, but what she needs to work on in her game and why I think Chicago's the perfect piece for a place for that. The GM comes from their new GM rather comes from a player developmental background, right? Used to developing players. Also, their head coach, patient in developing players and making them the better versions of what they already are. And Angel has aspects of her game that need to be developed when coming from the collegiate level to the professional level. Chicago's the perfect place for that because that is what they do. That is what their background's in. And there are a lot of franchises that don't necessarily have the patience, the time, the resources, or even the desire to do any of that. And I have seen it. Listen, I'm a Knicks fan, so I've seen that up close and personal, unfortunately.
Yes, you
This is a
have.
great place for her to be to get better at the things she needs to get better at. I actually like this a lot.
I like this a lot. I saw a lot of people saying that it wasn't a good pick. And
Really?
I
Huh.
truly do not understand that. I think it's just something that unfortunately is following Angel from college, is that
Mhm.
controversy, is people saying things about her, judging her, all of those things. And it's like, to me, this was one of the best picks that you could do. Angel Reese does have work to do, a lot of transition to make. She
Mhm.
has to change her game in ways that,
Mhm.
you know, is going to take a little bit of time, but she wants it. She's already in the gym doing it. She is not going to let herself fail. She has said time and time again she wants to be one of the best players to ever play in the WNBA. And she's shown us time and time again that she's going to be successful at everything that she does. She is a champion. She is a fantastic player. She also has made herself amazing in marketing. Like, I'm not trying to like make it about money, but like
And
she has
Chicago's
a
a
fan
great
base.
city. It's a major city, a major market. It's a great city to do all those things
It's a
too.
great city for all of it. And she has a fan base that is going to follow her wherever she goes, which is one of the components that we need in this league. It's one of the things that is making um college basketball successful, but then it's also going to make the W even more successful as well. There's so many things about Angel that are so positive and amazing, from her hard work ethic to what she has built off the court, that this makes this a no-brainer for me. Like,
I also think one thing I like about it too is In her post game, she said, this is not a direct quote, but she said something along the lines like, when they asked her why she entered the draft this year instead of going back for another year because she was eligible, she said, I want to hit rock bottom and start over. Like, I want to hit the very bottom I can hit and be built up as a professional. And I just think that mindset. I interviewed Angel after LSU won the national championship, and the whole, situation with the White House, and how, First Lady Joe Biden went and spoke to the Iowa team as well and invited them to the White House, even though they didn't win. And the whole controversy of that, because it's like, well, losers rather don't go to the White House. Why are we making an exception? Even in my conversation with her around like her business and her mindset, whenever the time was going to come for her to declare, she always had a very clear-cut plan. But she's like, look, once I declare, everything I do here and everything I've done here, it no longer matters, because I'm going into a league where there are women who have done it more than I have. They've done it on a higher level than I have. They're doing things on a professional level at a higher level than I have that I've never done. Like, I am no longer a big fish in a small pond. Now it's reverse. And she's like, I actually can't wait for that, because it's kind of like an opportunity for me to reinvent myself and start from zero. And I just think that mindset that she has at such a young age, she has all the reasons to kind of be cocky and arrogant and walk around like she's the best of the best, but she wants to get her hands dirty and she wants to start from zero. And I think Chicago's a great place for her to do that.
Absolutely. And she said that one of the reasons why she declared is that she had came and done everything that she had set out to
Check,
do in college.
check.
She's
Right.
going to do the same in the WNBA. And so I listen, at 7, it was they got a great pick and a steal as far as I'm concerned
For sure.
in this draft. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see what Angel Reese does. It's going to be phenomenal. And anyone who says different, I mean, they just need to kind of look within themselves.